Good evening. Good evening. I was gonna lay down, but I decided it's been a couple days since I did my nighttime vlog, and I had something I wanted to talk about, so I just came here tonight. Um, Hopefully some more people will fill up this room so I could talk. All right, let's get to 20 people at least, and then I'll 62. All right, here we go. So I wasn't gonna talk about this. I talked about it earlier on my Facebook channel, but tomorrow would have been my son's 23rd birthday. And 2 years ago, just with him battling with mental health and the stuff he was battling, he took his life. And I was wondering, tomorrow, I have younger kids that know, but they don't know that tomorrow's his birthday. So I decided, me and my wife, to just keep it away from them. My 14-year-old son, he knows, so there's no keeping it away from him. But I don't want to get like no cake and let the balloons in the air. I've done that with my mom, God bless. I don't think I want to do it with my son. I just know that my wife, leading up to this day, she was struggling a little bit. And I seen like, the hurt, the anxiety, the stress, the sadness. I've seen all of these components within the last 7 to 10 days. And it's something that never goes away. They say time heals all wounds, but I can't really necessarily say I actually believe that, right? For me, everybody has a different way of grieving. Everybody has a different defense mechanism for how they deal with things like that. And my way is different from my wife's way. So my way will be more like, just not dwelling on it, not thinking on it so much. It'll be more like just being active, being busy, doing the things I need to do. And in between time, when birthdays and Christmases and those kinds of things come up, then I put it right here in the forefront. But being that it's tomorrow, I don't know how I'm gonna actually make it through the day. Hopefully I'll just have a busy day and I'll do enough stuff to where, of course, it'll be on my mind, but it'll be not just right here in front of my face all day long, from the time I wake up to the time I actually close my eyes. I know my wife said she wanted to go out with my oldest son, Chris, and they was gonna go out to eat. And I think that that's a good thing. And I'll stay home with the younger kids, so this way they can just go on with their day. But it's really tough, and it's something that really, no matter how much time goes by, it doesn't go away. I don't believe that. I used to think that, because people always say that time heals all wounds. Well, how much time? Because my mom, God bless, is no longer here, and it's been about 5 years. My dad's not here. It's been about 4 years. And when birthdays and Christmases and major holidays come around, I still think of them heavily. So I don't know if I necessarily agree with the slogan, time heals all wounds. This was actually my wife's pendant, and I just got a different chain, and it's a picture of him. I don't know if you see it, but it's a picture of him with the wings, and then it's like it turns. So it's another picture of him on this side. And this is something I'll just keep on tomorrow. And I know I'm just praying for strength. That's what my prayers are going to be before I lay down, to just have the strength, me and my wife and my family, to just make it through the day, you know? To just make it through the day. And to just continue to stay strong, continue to just build, continue to just be positive during these times that seem like the unimaginable, you know? Like, I never would have thought 2 years ago that we wouldn't have him. Like, you know, I never would have thought that. I always, you know, you're never prepared for any of this stuff. Like, you know, I know that living and dying is a part of life, but your kids are supposed to outlive you. Your kids are supposed to outlive you. And I don't know, tomorrow he would have turned 23. He has so much potential, so much ahead for him, you know, so much. And I just wonder what the future would have been, you know. He was already driving, he was already had a job, he already had his own place. He already had all these things. But the one thing he didn't have was a stable mind. He battled and battled mental health, man. And I used to think that mental health was, I don't see any comments. I used to think that mental health was just a small pocket of people that dealt with mental health. But I realized like it's a global thing, and it's not really a certain age bracket. It's young, middle age, and also, you know, older people, our elders. So it affects so many people, but it's not really talked about. It's like almost a hidden society, almost like a shush, sweep it under the rug society. And I wish that, you know, that's why I've been talking about it for the last 2 years and just trying to just raise awareness, you know, on mental health, because before I watched him deal with it, I felt like, like I said, only a small pocket of people dealt with it. I didn't know it was as broad as it was. I didn't know, I had no idea. None. And there's no rule book, there's no instructions that teach you how to deal with grieving or how to deal with the loss of a child. You just don't know. Some people see us and they see us having fun or living life the best way we know how, and they think like it's just completely over. It's never over. No matter, I don't care if I'm on a beach somewhere, that's still the missing component to my world. You know, I don't care if you see me and my wife and my kids having a blast. We will forever be grieving parents. We will forever be a grieving family. And like I said, all I could do is pray, cover my family in prayer, and fight the best way I know how. You know, like with prayer, that's all I know. You know, I don't know, like I said, what tomorrow's gonna bring. I know it was times where we had bought the balloons and we let the balloons into the air. Maybe I'll do that. You know, but just not with my wife. I'll do it with me, Byron, and Blake. we'll just let some balloons into the air. Maybe. And maybe I'll do it publicly, maybe I'll do it privately, I don't know. I'm not sure of that. But as I end this night, and I know that tomorrow would have been, it sucks not knowing that he's not here, you know, to experience some of the things that we've all experienced as a family, you know. Even though Cyrus was more like an introvert, he was more to himself. He wasn't so social. But just wondering where he would have been right now, like, you know, what he would have been doing. You know, he's a video game kid. He was a working kid, but he stuck to himself and just a few people that he dealt with outside of his family. And when I think back on it, I just think of so many memories. And I remember him calling me one time after something had happened, and he got home at night, and he got to his house, and he called my phone, "Dad, you all right?" And I'm like, "I'm good." And I miss that voice, that call, the presence, you know, his little brothers, they talk about him all the time. You know, he was here. My daughter was here for a short amount of time before, you know, he made his exit. So to watch them interact, I didn't really get that because she was still a baby, you know. She wasn't even 6 months. She wasn't even 3 months old before this all transpired. But I think I'll do that, and I'll get just a couple of balloons, and I'll let like 3 or 4 balloons go into the air. Me, Blake, and Byron, and I don't know. Should I shield them away from it and just let them have a regular day and not put that pressure on them like that, you know? So as a parent, you never know which way to go, even with your kids. I don't know which way I'm gonna go myself, let alone which way I'm gonna go with my kids, you know? And just keep us in your prayers. Know that it's never easy, even though at times we may look like, you know, I guess life gives you no other choice but to go forward. But when these days come up, like birthdays and Christmases and Thanksgivings and, you know, the things that he liked, like the 4th of July, he was a big firework kid. Those be the times where it's right at the forefront, you know. There's times we could go on with your everyday life and we talk about a lot of things, but when it's a birthday, the day, you know, my wife gave birth to him, those are not easy days to just go in and out of like that, you know? Because it's always the woulda, coulda, shouldas, or you beat yourself up thinking, well, I could have did this, and I could have did that. But I don't know. But I'm gonna pray over my family, over my kids, everything tonight. And maybe in my prayers, I'll ask God, not even maybe, I'll ask God in my prayers, should I get balloons or should I not get balloons? Not for my wife, because she's gonna be gone. That's just too much mentally for her. But I'm thinking about as far as my younger kids are concerned. Should I just let them have a regular, normal day and not put that added pressure on them to feel, you know, hurt or guilty or sad or anything like that? So I'll figure it out. Thank you guys for just listening. I see it's 43 people here listening. I appreciate every last one of you for just listening, for just being an ear for me to vent to right now and speak out to. Thank you for just tuning into our page, into our channel. You know, I was doing these nighttime vlogs every night where I talk about different things. And sometimes I do them, and sometimes I'm just so tired where I can't do it. But thank you for just rocking out and listening and just being my extended family. Just have a blessed night. And if you're one of the 40 people that's watching right now, keep us in your prayers. Keep us in your prayers.